So about a day ago, I had a conversation with the wife where I explained to her the reason I'm not too fond of the holidays. If you've known me long enough, you'd know the big reason that I don't like the holidays is because of the hypocrisy of the holidays, right? Because the same people that are super happy and chipper and all that shit, they're not like that year round, especially within families. So that situation kind of always bothered the dog shit out of me. It always bothered me, always, always, always. And I know when it, it probably sounds familiar now that I mentioned the whole family, the family dysfunctions and stuff. Most families tend to keep it a secret, among other things. But I've met some wonderful people that are happy and chipper and very giving and very nice year round. Their character doesn't change when it comes to the holidays. It's the people that do a whole like 180 when Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's and all that stuff comes around. The family gatherings. Um, so that's the main factor as to why I was never too fond of the holidays at the end of the year at least. But then just recently, me and the wife have been together almost 11 years or 11 years. I just made her aware of something that used to happen around these holidays in my family. My family was extremely dysfunctional, but like I would say at an even closer level. Um, there was quite a few holidays where growing up, it was either champagne or juice or whatever the fuck you would drink, and you would go to make a toast, to family, to whatever, and I would refuse to do it because I felt like our family did not live up to any of those values, especially those years. And it did me no good to wish for them the following year. Um, and this is something my brother would do. He would stand just behind my mom, and she would wonder why I didn't want to toast with the family. And he would pretty much be signaling in like like right behind her that he was gonna whoop my ass if I didn't toast with the family. So he was pretty much trying to bully me into doing it. So would in turn just take the ass whooping, but I would never do it. And then some years I would do it with I wouldn't do it with like tears in my eyes because there was no way I could defend myself. I was a kid, man. My brother's 6 years older than me. Um, Oddly enough, I don't harbor any resentment or hatred towards my brother. He did quite a few things, but I love my brother deeply. He's all I had, all I have. Uh, but on the other end, you would have, every now and then, it wasn't every time, but my mother would drink, and her character would. It was such a weird dynamic the way that woman would change. So it made me hate the holidays even more because that's when the majority of the drinking would happen. But it only bothered me when she did it. Uh, I was not okay with it when she did it because she couldn't handle anything, and she was an emotional drinker, so fucking forget about it. So it made me a bit of a recluse whenever it would come to holidays, and it's taken me this long, and I to try and start fixing stuff on my own because it's unfair to my wife that I keep this shitty attitude towards these holidays when I'm with her. You know, I can finally not, be part of that shit show. We can make our own shit show and call it good from there, right? um, but I think a lot of people forget, like myself, I'll blame myself for it. We forget about our extended families, our chosen families, right? Uh, these holidays, I'm not saying forget your family, but you don't have to hang out with them the whole night. You don't have to go do anything with them per se. Just acknowledge they're there. Say whatever you got to say to them. If there's presents, give it to them. Call it good. But if you're going to celebrate, do it with I would say your chosen family, whoever you're actually happiest with. Um, I rarely had these opportunities lately because of work. I've had these last few years. I've either had to, like, I was either on shift or got mandatory. So I haven't really been able to kind of like do like a friends miss or a friends giving or whatever you want to throw out there because I've been at work, and that's even more unfair to my wife. But this is the life we chose, where we're okay. We get it, but I it felt a little shitty admitting to her that I was like, yeah, no, the last Christmas and New Year's that I was the happiest, but before I met her, of course, was when I was in Afghanistan watching fireworks that my mortar team provided. They just shot a bunch of loom rounds and pen flares and stupid shit like that into the sky, and that was it. Life was simple, but I was so far away from my own family that I was happy. Um, Obviously, that's not the situation anymore, so I should have improved it, but I haven't. I just stayed shitty this whole time, and and I apologize to my wife that it's taken me this long to try and make these changes, but we're I'm working. I'm trying. I just did something that I've never done. I pulled the damn tree down last night so that I could put it up today. So once I'm done with this, I'm fixing to start putting that motherfucker together. But I can almost guarantee you, I'm not the only one that probably. I'll put it one of two ways. You probably harbor some sort of either hatred or discomfort or something around the holidays because of your family dysfunction, and you feel like you can't avoid it because it's family. I'm here to tell you that it doesn't need to be that way, and you don't even need to put up with it for the day or the season, right? You don't have to entertain it. I'm not going to, not anymore. Fuck all that. Also, it's my dog Evie's birthday. She turns 10. Come here. Miss this one. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh? She turns 10 today. She's just as annoying as she was 10 years ago. But hey,